Hello everyone, our today's topic is portrait in pencil shading. Let's see the materials. Drawing pencil set HB to 8B, clutch pencil, non-dust eraser, long scale, 1/4 side drawing paper or drawing book. First we have to draw 1 centimeter border onto a page, write down the heading on the left hand corner, write down today's date. Keep your paper vertically. This is our today's model. To start the drawing, first we are going to roughly draw on a figure here. To take 2 centimeter distance from the upper side, then take 1 width distance. The face should be 1 width. Then we are going to draw an oval. Now you can see the model. The model is slightly turned to the left hand side and facing toward slightly right hand side. So first we are going to draw an oval. Then we are going to divide on lines. Now this is a line for vertical line that's showing that the figure is facing toward the right hand side. Then we are going to draw the lines for the eyes, eyebrows, nose, lips, everything. This is neck, and roughly we are going to draw the t-shirt he's wearing, roughly drawing. Now first we are going to arrange a drawing on a paper. Now we are showing the details on a drawing. Starts with the eyebrows. From the middle vertically curved line we draw on the eyebrows, then make a nose on a third line. First we are going to roughly draw the nose and the eyebrows, eyes, everything. Arrange it on this oval, and then details with the darkened pencil. These all things we learn in first and second drawing, that is a head proportion and the features on a face. Eyebrows are thick in a size. Now there are one eyes distance in between the two eyes. That's why I carry on this distance on both the sides, left hand side and right hand side. And then I am going to draw eyes. Exactly one eyes distance in between the two eyes are there, so you have to measure it exactly. Eyes has a layer on the upper side, that's why I draw one line upper side of the eyes. Now these eyeballs are rounded in a shape, but we can see only the 3/4 part of the eyeballs from the front side. Give some slides details on eyes, lower line, then lower layer, everything we have to draw slightly and detailedly. Then we move forward to the lips. First we are going to draw one sleeping line from the middle on a fifth line that we learn in a head proportion. Then we make an upper lips. Upper lips are smaller than a lower lips, and slightly only the outline for the lower lips. We're not giving more details on the lips, only the slight details are there, because lips are very much soft, and if you draw dark lines on a lips which might be not improperly. Then head outlining everything, then forehead lines for the hairs, and then exactly in the middle of the eyebrow and a nose line we draw on a ears. Ear shapes is a thicker on upper sides and narrow on a downer side, and is quite slightly ovalish also. Now we give details to the ears. There are folds in the ears that I am going to show you here. Now this is our ovalish line for the skull. On the skull we have a hairs, so you must draw on a hairs on the upper side of this ovalish line. This is our outline for the hairs. This is our rough drawing. You can properly arrange a drawing on a paper like this way. Now detail on a necks and a t-shirt, and then we finalize on a drawing with a darkened pencil with more details on it. In first drawing we learn on head proportion. In a second drawing we learn of features like eyes, nose, positions of the ears, lips, everything, by showing on a sleeping lines on a front view and side view. But here we are going to learn a pencil shading. For that we require the knowledge of the both the assignment first and second drawings of the head proportion and features. If you don't understand this first two assignments, you not able to draw this drawing properly. Now this is our perfect drawing, but now we are going to showing features of this person. Like every person has their own eyes, nose, lips, everything is different of everyone. That's why we identify every person differently. If all of them having a same shape, same nose, same eyes, everything is same, then everyone looks like the same. But everybody has their own identity. Everybody has their own eyes, nose, eyebrows. Everything is different. That's why they are identified differently, and that I'm going to show you here with more details. We are adding some dark tones on a t-shirts also. Collar has a bold line, white line are there, that I'm showing here, as well as the boldness, roundity of the collar, everything I'm showing here. Then we are going to fill up one tone for the face with the 2B pencil, and then darken tone for the eyeballs and eyebrows. Also we adding some more tones with the 4B pencil on a depth part in between the eyes and eyebrows. We adding some dark tones in a nose also. And now I am showing a shading on a heads with the 4B pencil. Lights are come from the two sides, and more highlighted part is on the left hand side part. That's why I am adding some dark tone on the right hand side, as well as in the depth part in the eyes. His skin is a brownish, that's why I am adding more dark tones on the face skin. Above the lips I am adding dark tones because it gets a shadow of the nose. Also I am adding dark tone on the lips. Lips are the reddish in colors, darker than our skin. That's why they're showing on a darker tone, but very softly. Here I am showing on a cross hatching techniques of shading. There are many techniques of the shadings are there. Some of them using on a smooth technique of the shading. Very smoothly we are going to shade. Some of them having on a scribbling techniques of the shading, but I am showing here on a cross hatching technique. This is a very much recent techniques of the shading, and most of the artists are use this technique for the shading, and mostly for the portrait shading. That's why I am showing this technique. In this technique we shade on a portrait with the dimension of the face, and we are adding on layers of the tones when we require on a dark tone. Like first we apply on one tone with a 2B pencil, then for the darken tone we add some layers with a 4B pencil to show a darken tone. Now hairs are the black, but we are not shaded with a directly dark tone. First we apply one tone with the 6B or the 4B pencil, one grayish tone, then add some depth, more depth in a nose, eyebrows, lower lip, and whereas a tone is there, first we add this dark tone, and then finally we added on a final dark tones on a hairs, so we can show the darkest tone of the face. Most darker tone are in eyebrows, eyes, in the depth of the nose, end point of the lips, then in a lower lip end, that is below the lower lips. Some part darken part are in the ears also. These are the all dark tones are there, and finally the most darker part is a hair, if your hairs are black. And in this model hairs are the black, that's why I am showing on a darken tone on a hairs. Look here, I am showing on a hairs with the dimension of the hairs. how the hairs are arranged on a face, on which direction. Now this is on a depth part because it's rounded below on a neck and it's get on a shade in this part. Lights come from the upper side, that's why the upper parts are light and the lower parts are dark. You can easily see the shadings, cross hatchings and the dimensions of the face, how they are turned rounded on a surface. The application of the pencil on a neck in one direction so that we can show the roundity, and below the chin there are small amount of depth that we are going to show with the dark tone here. See how I fill up on a tone with the cross lines so that it shows on a darkened tone. Now we continue with the ears, adding some dark tone in the ears, and there is a depth here which I am going to add with the 4B pencil. And now I am using a 6B pencil for the extreme dark tones which are in a depth. We are going in a step by step way, like first we fill up with a 2B, then use 4B pencil, then 6B, and for the extreme dark tones we use 8B pencil. Till now we use 2B, 4B and 6B pencil. We are not using 8B pencil here. There are depth, some folds are there which are we shade with the 4B pencil and 2B pencil. There are the minute details are very much important when we shade on a portrait. We have to observe a model properly. We have to observe all the features of the models properly so that we can shade on a portrait very easily. Now I am fill up our hairs with the 4B pencil. One tone I fill up here, and now adding dark tones with the 6B pencil. I am showing a dimensions here, how the hairs are moved, how they turns on a head in a such way they having a dark tones depth. On the upper part there is a light because its lights come from the upper sides, so the upper part is still gray, but where the hairs are turned in the below parts there is a depth where is a dark tones are there. Look the way the hairs are turned, and I am showing in this shading in a such way you have to shade your hairs. While shading on a hairs you should flow your lines in a same direction that hairs are so that it's look on a real. Look how I am showing the lines in a curve direction so that his hairs are flowing in the same way. Now forehead has a highlight and some part is come out from the surface. This model has a rounded head on both the corners, so both the ends are slightly curved, and in the middle we have a small darkened shade, so we have to show in the shading. There are many different kinds of pencils are available for the pencil shading. The most common pencil that we use Camelin and Dom's pencil, but for the standard use, professional use, you can use a Staedtler pencil, which has very good quality pencils are there, and most of the artists are use Staedtler pencil. These are very good for the pencil shading. Quality is very good, but price is very high. One pencil can be we take in 100 to 150 rupees. So if you are on a beginner, you are a student's level, you can use Arcline pencil, which are we take it in a 60 rupee box, that is 10 rupees per pencil, and which is useful. Also the quality is very good, you can use it very well. I am working on a t-shirt. For that I am adding one tone with the 4B pencil on a collar and add some dark tone with the 6B pencil. For the roundity we have to show the darkness and the folds, we have to add some dark tones here. For that you have to use 6B 8B pencil. You can turn your page in any direction while pencil shading, because if you put your hands on a shading pad, shading might be fade out. That's why you are keep on turning your pages in any direction so that you can easily comfortably shading on a surface. On a collar we can see a white line, and these lines we have left with the paper white color. Here I am directly add a dark tone with the 8B pencil so that we can show the extreme dark tone. Also in a back neck part, also in a depth part, also we directly use 8B pencil. In this collar part, light is come from the right hand side part, so this part is exactly opposite. That's why it has an extreme dark part that I am directly fill up with the 8B pencil. Not necessary to go step by step with the 2B 4B pencil. Directly you can shade with the 8B pencil. The application of the cloths and the face is different. Here I am smoothly apply on a pencil shading, and on a face we apply a cross hatching technique, so we can easily identify the difference here. Here I am directly added an 8B pencil. We can merge it with your thumb also, so that we can use an merging technique also here, mixing of the pencil lines with the fingers tips. This is another technique of the pencil shading. We can see how we merge on the paper. Now we come to the final steps of the pencil shading. Now this is the final step, small touch-ups where we required on a small shaded part. Hope you understand on a pencil shading technique for the portraits. There are different techniques: cross hatching techniques, smooth techniques, scribbling techniques. Now you can make any portrait by learning these three assignments: first head proportion, then features, and finally with the pencil shading techniques. Hope you understand all the three assignments that we learn, and with the help of these three assignments we can make any portrait that you want to draw for yourself and for your family and friends. Today we learn on a portrait in a front view, in a features we learn in a side view also, and in different angles also, with different pencil techniques. So keep on learning, keep on watching this kind of portrait video. There are many videos are available on YouTube. You can learn, refer many books for the pencil shading to understand the pencil shading techniques. This is the final step. Try to make your own portrait as well as your family and your friends by watching this demonstration. Thank you. Best of luck.